Here comes Benji Claus, right down board game lane. Ho, 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 everybody. My name is... Nope, wait, I already sang that part. Which means less preamble, only enough to say that what you are about to witness is the 10 most suitably up-to-date and in-print list of stocking stuffers, fillers, movers, shakers, whatever you want to call them. Small box games. Complexity never goes through the roof, but that doesn't mean there's no meat on the bone in the box. So join me as I learn to count from 1 to 10. And if you're minded to, please do smash that like button, subscribe to the channel and massage that notification bell if you haven't already done so, to ensure your finger is always on the pulse of this here channel. Number 1, Sushi Go, is an oldie but a goodie that teaches you how to eat cardboard raw food, but more importantly brings a near perfect distillation of what I call traditional card drafting. I.e., you pick a card and you pass the rest of the cards in your hand to your left or your right. A simple set collection game that sees you trying to gobble up combos of cards to make the most complimentary meal. What makes this game sing is that it has a job to do and it does it brilliantly. Not only that, but pure drafting can be played in the spirit of what's best for you, but the more you play, the more you can ponder the rights and wrongs of whether you can hinder your opponent too. Number 2, Railroad Inc. is the riding the crest of the roll and write wave and is now firmly ensconced as one of the most well respected of its ilk. Here though, the dice are communal, so everyone has the same pool of options, and the aim of the game then becomes how well you can use your dry white marker to mark transport routes and then connect the exits before the game ends, because the more lines that go nowhere, the less likely you are to taste glory. This provides tight, easy to get out and put away gameplay and comes in different coloured editions which all feature the same game but each come with different mini modular expansions. Number 3, Cat Lady, is another card drafting and set collection game much like Sushi Go, but with more kitten women. Oh, and you grab 3 cards at a time instead of 1. The catch being that the choices are both communal and arranged in a 3x3 grid, which is important because your picks have to be lined up in a row or column, meaning you're likely to get cards you need with cards you really don't. And seeing as the way to the most points is paved with pitfalls such as when you don't draft cards to feed your felines, or you have the least amount of a certain type, then it's sad puss face. It really is a delightful feeling of taking the rough with the smooth here. Number 4, Mintworks, aka the smallest worker placement game the world has ever seen, and also the embodiment of an introduction to said genre. Here, your finite amount of mint tokens, which represent your workers, are used to grab resources, build plans that are what ultimately get you points and give you extra abilities, and also the iconic give me that first player token action, so I don't keep getting left with the crap. It's then a race to 7 points, making this as quick and dirty as a micro game can be. Yes, its compactness is gimmicky, but anything you can fit in your pocket that's this good deserves a hug and a kiss. Number 5, RedSeven, another less than recent game that's nevertheless managed to maintain its luster over the passing of the years, sees each player around the table jockeying for a communal win condition by the time everyone's hand is spent, that will then see the winner take home the bacon. Here every card has a number and colour, which doubles as its suit, and the suits have their own hierarchy. For example, yellow is worth more than blue and so on. You then either play a card from your hand into your tableau or place it in the centre to change the win condition. So simple, so clever, as enjoyable as a themeless card game as you're likely to find. Number 6, Palm Island, is a game that had the marketing team earning their crust because not only does it feature palm trees in its artwork, it also, get this, is so compact it can fit in the palm of your hand. That's right, this is a no table game. Don't even think about sitting down as you craft your island using just a limited number of cards over 8 rounds. You've got literally everything in your deck. The multifunctional cards that give you your differing options, and even the end of round card that does what it says on the tin. Every so often a gimmick is backed up with a solid, easy to teach game, and this little piggy fits firmly in that category. Number 7, Sprawlopolis takes a similar city building theme but goes the other way with it, and demands that you and your fellow players cooperatively construct a new city from the ground up. Using a finite number of cards representing your growing metropolis, the differing scoring system each game is what gives it its replayability. And the more you place cards, the more you threaten to unravel and fail to meet the infrastructure requirements, hindering your ability to meet the minimum points you need. There are many cooperative small box games that keep you on the edge of your seat quite like this. Number 8. The Lost Expedition is one of a rare breed of low complexity cooperative games that are also bloody hard to actually win. The main hook in this pseudo resource and hand management game sees you attempt to sequence the cards you play collectively in an order along the exploration track so that you have the resources available to you at the right time. It must be said that this feels like you're trying not to lose from the first turn as opposed to forging your path to victory, so don't be expecting all your explorers to survive. Just expect to tax your teamworking skills and hope for a dash of luck to get to El Dorado. Number 9. Oh my goods, actually ramps up the complexity, a tiny bit at least, to provide you with a game that definitely feels bigger than its box size would suggest. Playing as entrepreneurs engine building their way to the production of all sorts of different commodities. Each round will find raw materials appearing in the market, one before you take your first action of producing and building for the turn, and another before your second action, meaning there's a certain sense of pushing your luck and going out on a limb if you're to succeed. This is as clean and concise as a small box Euro can get. And number 10, Pocket Mars, is another game that tackles our fascination with the red planet and uses the tried and tested "we messed up Earth, let's go reboot mankind elsewhere" formula. Actually billed as a heavyweight filler game, which is a bit of a stretch, but it's definitely a contender for the most complex game on this list. With multifunctional cards in hand, the trick is to find the most suitable way of playing said cards, be it straight from your grip or using ones you prepped on the table, with the goal being to action sequence the most efficiently and get all of your colonies settled on the planet and most victory points in your pocket. And that was and has been a deliciously compact 10 stocking filler games that will see portability achieved but not at the expense of quality. If you do decide you're going to add to basket, then please use the affiliate links found in the video description. It helps out a lot. And be sure to check out our list of already published light, medium and heavyweight recommendations for this Christmas season. Alas, I have been the voice of Board Game Centre, and this video has ended.